Hey everyone, Alpha Eagle here again. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well, and may God bless you all. I know I'm very late talking about this, but I wanted to share my thoughts on Trump's town hall on CNN. Anyway, let's take a look at Trump's best moments at the town hall. These are in no particular order. These are just the moments that I liked. Let's begin. In this first one, a woman asks Trump about the economy.
What is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill. I want to ask Biden voters, how do you like your gas prices? No matter what you think about Trump, there is no denying that the gas prices were lower when he was president. I hear a lot of excuses coming from the left on why gas prices are higher under Biden. Many have said a president has no effect on the gas prices. Then why did the Dems blame Bush for the higher gas prices? Another excuse I hear is that the gas companies are greedy capitalists trying to make more money. If so, that doesn't explain why the prices were lower under Trump. Did the gas companies magically become more greedy under Biden? The fact is, if we have natural resources like oil, we should be taking advantage of that, and we should be selling the oil and not buying it from other countries like Saudi Arabia. We shouldn't have to depend on other countries for our oil. Next is about the war in Ukraine.
If I were president, this would have never happened. If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours.
Ending the war in 24 hours is a very bold claim by Trump. But Trump is a good negotiator. Let's see if he can do it. I've never seen Biden even attempt to negotiate peace between Russia and Ukraine. We've all seen how Biden screwed up the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Again, say what you want about Trump, but he has never got us into any new wars.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
Notice how the moderator tries to get Trump to jump through her hoops and tell her who he wants to, quote, win the war, and Trump doesn't fall for it.
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people and breaking down. I want everybody to stop dying.
Trump gives her the perfect answer. He says he doesn't think in terms of winning or losing the war. He wants people to stop dying. That's exactly what I wanted to hear from Trump. When I was a child learning about history, I asked my parents how many wars did the U.S. win. They told me that there's no such thing as winning a war. There's always losses on both sides, so nobody actually wins. And that has always stuck with me. And that's essentially what Trump is saying here. For the longest time, the Dems have been known as the party of peace and anti-war. We can see now that that's not true at all. Continuing.
That Putin is a war criminal? He's responsible for the deaths of thousands of Ukrainian men and women
I think it's
and
something that should not be discussed now. It should be discussed later, because right now we have to get a war. If you say he's a war criminal, it's going to be a lot tougher to make a deal to get this thing stopped.
Again, the moderator is trying to get Trump to jump through her hoops and call Putin a war criminal. And again, Trump does not fall for it. Idiots like this woman doesn't seem to understand that if you call Putin a war criminal, when you're trying to negotiate peace, it's not going to go over very well for you. You can't insult a man who you want to negotiate with. Say you want to buy a car and you want to negotiate for a cheaper price. You're not going to do too well if you call the guy an asshole first. Hey asshole, give me a better price on this car. It's not going to work.
You know what I'll say? I'll say this. I want Europe to put up more money because they're in for 20 billion. We're in for 170, and they should equalize.
Trump makes an excellent point. We are always paying way more than our fair share in everything involving the U.S. and foreign countries. The next topic is illegal immigration.
I built a wall. I built hundreds of miles of wall. And I finished it. And then I said, we have to build some more because there are areas like water going through a dam. If we didn't have it, it would be hard to believe it could be any worse. They're just letting people flow into our country.
Trump needs to continue to make more walls at our southern border. The purpose of the wall is a deterrent. It's a symbol to show illegals that we won't tolerate the crime of entering the U.S. illegally. Not having it is just an open invitation for crime.
At borders.
Again, Trump's right. A country needs borders. The concept of open borders will ruin this country. The left believe that the world is overpopulated, yet they seem to think that we have enough resources to take care of the entire world. We clearly don't.
Moving on, another immigration policy you had was the zero tolerance immigration policy that separated families at the border. If you are reelected, are you ruling out instituting that?
Well, when you have that policy, people don't come. If the family hears that they're going to be separated, they love their family. They don't come.
Again, Trump's right. Like the wall, separating families is a deterrent. The Biden administration have eliminated Trump's policy, essentially inviting illegals to take advantage of us. Western countries are the only countries that treat illegals better than their citizens, and it has to stop. Do you think that places like North Korea treats illegals better than their citizens? There's no way that we will be treated as well as we treat them. So why are we so nice to them? It makes no sense at all. Also, there's no way that this mass illegal immigration is organic. There's no way that millions of illegals all decide to come to America all at the exact same time. There has to be a powerful group organizing this. And a lot of them come from so far away that there are several countries between their home country and the U.S. So why don't they stay in one of those countries? Because they know they can take advantage of us. Another thing. The left claims that America is so racist. So why do the left want so many non-white people coming into a so-called racist country? Also, the left hate that America is a capitalist country. Wouldn't these people be better off in a socialist or communist utopia? The left are massive hypocrites who hate America so much. I can go on and on about how much I hate illegal immigration, but let's continue.
Found that
Sure.
you sexually abused the writer E. Jean Carroll and defamed her. You've denied this. But what do you say to voters who say it disqualifies you from being president?
Well, there aren't too many of them because my poll numbers just came out. They went up.
The left want to get Trump on something illegal so bad that they don't care whether it's real or not. So they'll use people like E. Jean Carroll, who has a story that they know is a lie, and they don't care as long as it will inconvenience Trump.
My poll numbers went up, and they went up with the other fake charge, too. Because what's happening is they're doing this for election interference.
And that's exactly what it is, election interference. And that's something that the left don't get. People see cases like the E. Jean Carroll case, and they see how weak the case is, and then they realize that it is a witch hunt, and it's done for purely political reasons. And it only makes Trump look like a victim and the underdog, and people love the underdog. The more they throw at Trump, the more they make him look like a good guy.
Do you wish that you had
No,
testified?
it wouldn't have made a difference. This is a rigged deal. I have no idea who the hell. She's a
Mr.
whack
President,
job.
Mr. President, we have a lot of
here's what
questions.
she wants
Mr.
me to say.
President, let's
A
get to
rich
the
and
audience
famous
questions
person
tonight.
has no advantage over anyone else. Well, you do have an advantage. And I say unfortunately, but that's the way it is.
Was talking about the Access Hollywood tape that everyone was fake outraged over. The moderator was trying to get Trump to jump through her hoops again. She wanted him to lie and to say that rich, famous men don't have an advantage when it comes to women. We all know that rich and famous men have an advantage when it comes to getting women. That's just a fact. Anyone who doesn't acknowledge this fact is in denial of reality. The next was about Mike Pence sending the votes back to the states.
After the election, they all met, the rhinos and the Democrats, and they worked out a plan to make sure that future vice presidents don't do what I said you could do. And
But I wanna
why
move
did they
on.
change the law then, saying that you can't do it?
They didn't change the law. They strengthened the law because they were worried about
Oh, they
presidents.
Do you believe that? She just said that they didn't change the law, they strengthened the law. Well, to strengthen a law, you have to change it, don't you? This woman is so dishonest. But I love Trump's response.
Could do it.
That's not what it means.
Thank you.
And here's something that Trump said that I just thought was funny.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
To be fair to E. Jean Carroll, if it was the cat, then calling it a pussy is actually very accurate. And I'll end on this one last thing.
And when we can't make a call to question election results, then this country ought to just forget about it.
I'll just say that I agree with Trump on that. The Bush-Gore election was questioned by Democrats. The 2016 election was questioned by Democrats. But questions are not allowed to be asked about certain elections. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I'm Alpha Eagle. God bless you for watching. God bless America. And I pray that Trump wins again in 2024.